Hello everyone, welcome back to Triton Cup 51 after this insane match between White Noise and Clicks. We are up with White Noise against Penguin, and by my side I have the amazing Chili. Hello Chili.
Thank you, Spy, and welcome back, everybody. We wanted to get our sound sorted out very quickly and then get straight underway off the back of what was just an absolutely incredible set, wasn't it? I mean, I know we memed a little bit in chat about all the crab tanks, but that just proves that high-level Splatoon gameplay can still just be so incredibly engaging. And coming down to 1 point in Game 5, I was hyperventilating. Like, I was honestly like, I had to take a moment before getting in VC. That was just so good. But we've got two incredibly talented Division X teams here going head to head. So I'm sure we're in for another absolute just like chaotic set. And I'm so ready. How are you feeling about it all, Spy?
I mean, I have played against Penguin before. They were so good. I mean, really, Penguin is one of the best teams I've ever fought. I mean, they are Division X, so of course that is expected. But damn, I feel like they are the ones that could beat White Noise, especially after White Noise already put up such a great game at Paddling Pool on Wednesday. Like, they won Paddling Pool. That was really insane. So maybe Penguin could actually break their winning streak.
I mean, yeah, they're both Division X teams. Penguin have an amazing kind of record at high-level play, so I'm sure they could if anyone. White Noise are becoming, fresh off that very intense set, so I'm sure they're emotionally exhausted, but we'll see what they do. We've got Double Splash coming out from each side. We've got Flingser still from White Noise, which was very effective last game. We've got Penguin going for Splatana Stamper and Slosher Machine, so fairly predictable meta comps, but just going to be very high-level, engaging Octane gameplay here. So let's see how everyone opens up.
Yeah, I feel like with Tetra specifically, those are kind of weapons that do push in a lot, but I wonder how they're gonna kind of do this in this high level of gameplay, because I feel like we don't really see Tetras that often, because while they are good main weapons, they don't really shine that much in the meta right now.
They definitely need a really good team around them that knows and enables all their aggressive plays, and Orion, is shown time and time again. Even if Orion doesn't go and get a bunch of splats, what they do is cause constant distractions and apply continuous pressure that is just suffocating, and it has to be answered. You saw there, Orion, as soon as they jump in, they're just in your face, and they make it extremely challenging, and you have to kind of split your attention to deal with them. It looks like Penguin are going to take a small lead here, but it doesn't feel safe by any stretch. There's been lots of trades and revenge kills. Penguin are holding the zone quite nicely, and with 2 numbers up, trades are just going to be in their favor right now. So Orion does get a pick here and a reef slide. Dude. That is pretty clutch, and he's going to get the jump, so that is a huge swing into White Noise's favor. But can they get enough map control before Penguin can set up defensively?
Yeah, dude, like, honestly, these Tetras right now, they got a lot of kills, and that really managed, White Noise managed to get a lot of value out of that. Like, the Tetras really stepped up their game, and right now it seems like Penguin actually wants to kind of counter that with 3 specials, of course, 2 containing crabs. I mean, it's crab, And right now it actually seems like Penguin wants to extend this further, even if the Flingser roller actually steps up their game, except, they don't just spam missiles, which is actually really cool to see.
What are we watching here?
I like to make jokes about Flingser spamming missiles.
Just the constant trace. There was a full-on wipeout. There was 1 person up out of all 8 players then at one point. So Penguin got a cap. White Noise managed to recap again. But I think Penguin did really well to recover from 3 down, what was, very close to an effective wipe. But we're seeing just really good recovery from both teams here, aren't we? And yeah, the Flingsers has been fantastic in the sets we've seen so far. Really doing a good job of giving that map control so that Orion can wreak havoc alongside the splashes. Looks like White Noise are starting to edge out a quite dominating lead now, though. They've got really good map control. They had 2 players up. Flingser's got missiles ready, so this is looking pretty scary for Penguin, I would say, Spy.
Yeah, definitely, especially because Penguin doesn't really have that much specials right now. Like, they only have 1 crab, but actually it seems like this match will go to White Noise. Especially, I feel like those crabs are just really annoying, and I feel like those Tetras, though, they managed to get so much value. They constantly pushed in, and they got picks or trades, and with the Reef Slider especially, even if it's not that great of a special, they also managed to get some control, and this, I feel like Tetris really played a large role in this.
Yeah, and I agree with you that maybe as a standalone weapon, Tetras maybe don't stand out in the way something like the Splash does in the meta right now. But when you have a team that really understands that kind of extremely aggressive QR-based slaying gameplay, and your team really supports and enables that, I think Tetras just work in a way that no other weapon quite does. To that level. And even when Orion doesn't manage to get multiple picks, like I say, they are causing a huge amount of pressure that you have to respond to. You can't just ignore Orion, because they will get completely into your base regardless of the amount of ink and just try and murder you. So I think White Noise really strong. Obviously they're coming off quite hot off the back of a set that has just gone to a really intense game 5. Penguin might have had a little bit of time to cool down, but Penguin had some really good opportunities that game. They do get to counterpick here. They've gone for Museum di Alfonsino, which I think is a really good, relatively balanced Splat Zones map. So we'll see if they've got a particular game plan here that is going to allow them to go 1-1.
Yeah, and just going back to your talk about QR strategy, I feel like those kind of plays, like we just saw by the Tetras, really makes me wish that we actually had a QR meta. Even if it's not fairly balanced, I feel like a QR meta would really be more fun than the meta we are experiencing right now. But we shall not talk about that right now, because we are on Splat Zones Museum di Alfonsino, as he already said. And I feel like if they will change their comp, no, it doesn't seem like White Noise will change their comp. Penguin also doesn't change their comp. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, Stamper is really good for this map, I feel like, because there are a lot of heights you can kind of control, I guess, especially with the Zipcaster. I feel like this is a great map for a Zipcaster.
Yeah, and Fantar is an absolute menace. I've seen so many clips of Fantar going on a tear with that thing, so I think we are in for some really good gameplay. I do understand why they kept their, safe but reliable comps. Did look like there was a slight numbers advantage for Penguin and they're opening up, and yet White Noise have a fair bit more control of mid, so not sure what's happening there. Might just be some good skirmishes going on, but it looks like Penguin will get the claim here. They were 2 people up, so it just depends if they can start applying enough pressure on the plat now so that White Noise cannot comfortably get back in. They need to be shutting down opportunities for Orion to just start causing havoc, and it looks like they're doing a good job. Fantar setting up on the plat spinny there, doing some sneaky stuff, probably waiting to make a quick jump out on them as they start to set up.
Yeah, and Fantar right now going in with the Zipcaster, kind of just utilizing that really good Splatana Stamper kind of strength. And, well, that gear is horrendous. Orion or Orion? I don't know. I'm just gonna call it Orion.
It's Orion, I think.
Okay. So, Penguin actually just tries to kind of pressure them out even more, and just makes sure that they don't have any opportunity to push in. We see the Booyah Bomb being just used, and now they also use a Crab Tank. But White Noise really doesn't like it, because there's only 10 points left on the counter, and it actually seems like Penguin will win this.
I mean, that is how you respond, isn't it? That is how you respond to losing game 1. That is incredible. Look at that map. After I said they were struggling for map control, that is the most orange map I have ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, what was so good about that is as soon as they got the number advantage and got onto White Noise's plat, they took really good control of it. They set up in a way, they didn't overextend, but they did make an aggressive push. I noticed that when Fantar was being recalled on the Zipcaster, White Noise were ready to camp that jump, and a teammate on Penguin noticed the jump was being camped and made sure to take out the player that took out Fantar. So again, just good responses like that, making sure you're not playing in a solo queue mindset, but a full team mindset, and that is the kind of results you can get. This is what I mean. These are 2 teams that are Divet of Looty, play a really, veterans of playing at a high level. They're not going to get flustered off 1 loss, and that means we're in for a very exciting set, I think, Spy.
Yeah, especially because this match right now is with Hagglefish. I mean, this kind of sets me up, and I don't know if you know what I mean, but I'm really excited for this because... Oh, wait, no. I'm confusing things right now. I really just thought that the last game with White Noise and Clicks was on Hagglefish, but it was on Mahi, so never mind. I'm so confused right now. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry. I mean, it's understandable for your head to be spinning off the back of the kind of caliber of the recent games we've seen. Hagglefish is, a fantastic zones map because there's so many opportunities to flank. It's not like you just get hard locked out and then don't have much room to make a counter offensive. So I think we'll probably see a lot of back and forth in this match, I would hope, especially with teams of this caliber. We're not seeing any composition changes, and I doubt we will see them for the foreseeable because these are just two really solid comps on all maps for zones, really. So yeah, they're already seeing flanking happening 10 seconds in and missiles coming out, wasting absolutely no time farming specials. Orion doing their best to try and take advantage of the chaos, getting shut down by a well-placed crab, and Penguin look like they're going to get first opportunity to start taking full control of the map.
Yeah, definitely. Especially the special uses was really strong off the start, as we saw the crab tanks and also I think, yeah, as I said, the missiles. And I feel like right now Penguin just kind of wants to keep their specials, even if Cam actually had to use the Brio Bomb right now as kind of panic button. But Orion kind of just seems to be flanking their spawn. I mean, wait, no. That's the opposite. I'm so sorry.
To be fair, it is hard to tell with Orion because Orion will be here, there, and everywhere, wherever they need to be to apply the pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, Fanta looking like an Olympic gymnast here, the way they are just flipping from point to point, doing their best, not quite getting the picks, and now with 3 down, effectively a wipe there actually as the last splash went down. So this is a good opportunity for White Noise. They've immediately reclaimed. They're taking control of Penguin's plat. Orion getting shut down, but they'll be back on their feet in a couple of seconds. So we can see if White Noise are able to hold against Penguin's offensive pressure here.
Yeah, and I feel like with Penguin's side, they are kind of cornered out, but if they actually kind of, I mean, we just saw the crab tank. If they use it effectively, it could be good, but they were just being cancelled out by another crab tank. And I feel like, as you said, it's just kind of a back and forth right now, because it seems like White Noise actually has a lot of control, while the Tetras, of course, Orion just kind of doing his thing and getting a lot of, what's the word? Distraction going on, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And White Noise actually does have control now, but I don't think this will be the end because it's always just a kind of back and forth, and Penguin also has enough chances though, even if it's only 2 down, but this match actually goes down to White Noise. I feel like they just kind of want to have a back and forth on who just kind of sets a message to the other team. I mean, we just saw White Noise getting the first game and the third game, and Penguin actually just wanted to answer with the second game, and like, we are not going down without a fight, and I feel like it's just going to be a back and forth again, and I really hope that we can see all 5 games.
I think we may, based on how people are playing. I mean, it was just classic commentator's curse there as soon as it was looking like a back and forth, and then as soon as White Noise got a 3 down on Penguin, I was like, yeah, that's over. There's not enough time to recover. So, I mean, very, very strong response again there. This will be Penguin's opportunity to counterpick as well, so we can expect what they go for to be something that they feel very well rehearsed on, that they feel very confident in their strategy on, and where, you know, White Noise would theoretically be on the back foot, but you know, Penguin will likely be feeling the pressure too. White Noise are going to be so warmed up after how hard they had to work for that previous set. I guess the only downside of coming off the previous set with clicks is they might just have a little bit of mental fatigue from having to be tested to their limits. And we're actually seeing Brinewater Springs, which was one of the most intense maps on the last set. It is a bit of a you know, tank special. I saw a comment in chat that it feels a bit like a condensed Moray Towers, and I have never thought of it like that, but I can kind of see the point. Also, amazing Pro Chara. Thank you so much, Chara, for raiding. And welcome, friends. You are joining what has been an incredible tournament so far. We've just had a really intense set that went to Game 5 between Clicks and White Noise and Penguin, 2 top-tier Division X teams, are now battling it out in the winners' final so far. So in terms of compositions, it looks like White Noise aren't changing anything up, and we have
triple splash.
Penguin are done. They're going triple splash. They're not messing around. But on Brinewater, I think that is so understandable as well, given how effective Crab is.
Yeah, I'm honestly just seeing on the map they already want to get the early crab tank going on right away. We just see Acer going really for painting, and the Flings already got out some missiles, and right now it seems like Penguin just kind of wants to use their crab tanks to kind of counter out the other crab tank on White Noise. As we see 2 crab tanks going on, and it's really chaotic right now. There's a lot of aggression going on. They got a wipe out, like Penguin got a wipe out against White Noise, and just like that, White Noise just kind of have to reposition themselves, especially because, I mean, they still got a lot of time, so they can just farm specials and kind of utilize them to corner up this choke point that they're really being forced to play on. I mean, it's a Tetris block. And
yeah, it's quite interesting though, because a full wipeout is not a trivial thing. It is such a good opportunity to get full map control, and I really wasn't expecting that. I am expecting a lot of crab tank trades and revenge kills, but a full wipe is huge. They have managed to get quite a lot of control, but then, you know, really good of White Noise to be able to respond with a penalty. But look how quick Penguin have got that back. Penguin have had the numbers advantage for this whole minute and 15, and it is really hard to push past a point on this map, but you can just put so much pressure on the ramp in the way that Penguin are doing here, and it makes it quite hard to set up your crab tanks in a way that allows for a comfortable recap. Penguin are nearly done with their penalty already. They still have 4 players up. They have a Booyah Bomb ready to go. 2 players down on White Noise. So Penguin are doing a really good job here of just suffocating White Noise. Look how much that Flingser was suffering under just relentless burst bomb spam. It's really solid stuff from Penguin here.
yeah, especially, like, really, Penguin is not playing around. They really want to utilize all their strength, and especially I feel like they also want to kind of corner out the Tetras, because I feel like those weapons are really fatal, because they can just move into your spawn, get some picks, and just corner your team out. As we see just Orion trying to get in, but is sadly being countered by the crab tank. As we see, like, 2 crab tanks on the side of Penguin right now. They really want to win this, we can see.
Yeah, you can feel it, can't you? I mean, Penguin are going to be no strangers to playing against Orion. You know, as I say, DivizX teams, they've faced off against each other before, I have no doubt, multiple times. 3 down here, so White Noise are going to take the zone back again. But on that point of Orion, I was going to say, I noticed right at the start of this match, about 10 seconds in, Orion had already been taken out. So I think Penguin, they are very vigilant. They know Orion has no fear, and will, you know, they can get splatted as many times as they want. All they need is that clutch moment where they get a double or a triple, and things will swing into White Noise's favor very quickly. So it does feel like they're playing around that to counter White Noise's play style, and it's working really well. They're possibly going to lose the zone here because it is quite an easy zone to cap, but Penguin have had zone advantage the majority of this game, and it doesn't look like they're going to let up on that. Although a wipe out there this is going to be White Noise's best chance by far.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, especially with Orion just going in again and getting a pick. I feel like just Orion really wants to space out, and with that opportunity, they really have a good chance at winning this and just kind of getting the 3-1. But I really think that Penguin will not go down easily, because they still have a lot of strength in their hands, especially like the machine with the Booyah Bomb could kind of just also space out this one crab tank. And it seems like Penguin actually wants to go in again, and we see the Booyah Bomb going off. They got the cap, and the Tetris are just doing the thing again and getting a pick and also getting splatted right there. And Penguin actually doesn't have the number advantage right now, as there is only 1 person left on the battlefield. It only seems like Acer just wants to kind of stay in their spawn and not go in too much and overextend. They just want to make sure that they don't lose the zone, even though that already sadly happened. They actually get a pick with a burst bomb. That was really well done. And we just see another crab tank just going ballistic again on the spawn, and they just kind of want to avoid that. And actually Penguin seems to be going in again, because there's only 40 seconds left on the clock, and there's so much chaos going on with so much crab tanks, so much missiles, and I don't even see anything anymore. It's just everything exploding.
That is high-level Splatoon gameplay for you, with 2 very aggressive compositions. I don't know if Penguin have their own kind of QR build to kind of counteract the amount of offensive pressure that White Noise's comp manages, but definitely a momentum shift into White Noise's favour here. That was looking really scary, how deep Orion and April working together incredibly well to put pressure on the ramp. Penguin do have the zone now. They've just got a hold on there for 5 seconds. It's 2 aside. White Noise are going to get a reclaim, but it is an even numbers game, and they are going to manage to clutch it out. But that was starting to feel a bit scary there. I thought White Noise might have took that 3-1 if they could have held that with the slays they were getting on Penguin's ramp, but Penguin clutch it out. managed to regain that control, and we do have a game 5 on our hands, and that is just, that is amazing. I cannot wait to see what White Noise counterpick.
Chili, I'm sweating. This is way too intense.
You're sweating, and this is cast 1 for us tonight of, we have so many potentially insane sets ahead. I mean, the Feds, for example, they're a team that are seeded 30th, but they have been on an absolute tear. They did get knocked down to losers, but they took Penguin to game 5 in the exact same way they game 5 now against White Noise. So, we have some really impressive teams in this tournament. ASC Sheru, for example, they've took out Centopia, who are a really solid team, Division 1, I believe. So, we have some really high caliber Splatoon gameplay tonight, and it is amazing to have so many of you joining us to see it with us. We're going to Wahoo World for Game 5. I know there'll probably be some drones for that, I'm afraid. Wahoo World being very polarizing. Spy, do you think the poll that was added is enough to make this map good?
Absolutely not. Like, it barely did anything. You can still shoot through the freaking pole. Like, what the hell?
Yeah,
the pole did absolutely nothing but just make the map uglier.
I mean, I was a bit late to checking out the patch update, and one of the first things I saw was dude's Twitter clip saying, "Is this all they did?" And he's just walking around the pole in the center, and I was like, that has to be a joke, but nope, that's what they did, and that is what we're gonna get. So compositions, I imagine we will see very minimal changes, if anything. We do Penguin are addicted to the triple splash after that working for them last game. Who can blame them, really? But good faith in their comps, good faith in their play styles. It's really no surprise with how well these two teams play at high level. I imagine by 4:45 we're going to be seeing crab offs.
Yeah, we're already seeing the crab. Like, honestly, Penguin just really flat out just got the crab and just instantly used it. And White Noise also uses 2 crabs. And right now there are 3 people down on the side of Penguin, but though they respawn. And right now, White Noise just really has a lot of control. They just paint to kind of get more special output, as we see. I can't really see the name right now, it's kind of pixely, but that's okay. And Orion just kind of using the Tetris to get in again and just kind of uses the ledges, but is cancelled out by the burst bomb. And Penguin just going in with crabs again. There are 3 crabs on the battlefield right now, that's funny.
we almost need like a bunch of synonyms for crab, don't we? So that we can find ways to switch it up while essentially still saying the same thing. Yeah. I did like the crab flank we saw in one of the earlier sets as well. I couldn't believe that they were using crab tanks to like flank on Manta Maria now. But yeah, I think in terms of the players you were referring to, Spy, you're referring to April, who always seems to position themselves very nicely alongside Orion as a double offensive, and it allows Orion to have a lot of control and be supported if they get in a pinch. We're probably going to see a lot of back and forth. This is very much a map you can get flat out locked out on, but these are 2 teams that are going to find creative ways to get out of those high pressure situations. Orion managing to cause some carnage underneath, but getting promptly revenged by that beautiful burst bomb. And Penguin still have very good control of the zone actually here with even players, so they could potentially get a lead, although it looks like White Noise might just about clutch it out. I'm not too sure.
They do get the lead though. Oh my god. Penguin is really not playing around, especially with their aggression right now. Like, they really want to go in aggressively and kind of space out White Noise. Though the Flingza Roller does use their missiles, so Penguin kind of has to back down right now. And Splash just kind of standing next to the zone, just kind of getting some paint and also working for the cap of the zone. And the Crab Tank just getting even more pressure out. Another Crab Tank done by Acer. And Crab Tank versus Crab Tank, always an interesting battle to see, really. And what person actually jumps out? There was enough crab for them, though. Enough lobster.
I mean, to be fair, they were pretty cornered, so I think probably not the worst move you can make. I mean, in regards to what you were saying about the aggression, I don't think Penguin have a choice, really. Like, when you're against a comp as aggressive as how White Noise are playing this, they are going to be aggressive no matter what. They are going to come at you no matter what. You have to be able to respond accordingly. Penguin have proven that they can manage to do so. They can keep up that pressure. They can go toe-to-toe. And revenge kill or trade in those kind of challenging situations. Ellis is just doing such a good job of trying to get as much map as possible for White Noise, even when they have a numbers disadvantage. And I think that is what is opening up the offensive plays for White Noise so well. They are going to hold the zone here. Penguin, though, in the lead right now. They do have a beautiful pick there on Ellis. And this is going to be a good chance to get a quite quick reclaim.
Yeah, really. And as you said about the aggression, I actually really enjoy it when people are fighting a lot, because it's really interesting to commentate. And also, Acer, again, just kind of being at the zone, kind of getting some painting for the crab tank, while I feel like the Flingzer will paint for the missiles again, because it's a Flingzer with a lot of special charge up. And there's a crab on that one pillar. I feel like that spot is really underrated, even if it doesn't really space out that much. I don't know. I don't know how I feel
terrifying.
About it.
It is quite a hard patch to reach, but you can just absolutely flood the zone. What I really liked about Acer there, I'm hoping people will have noticed it, but Acer did that light splash of paint to jump on top of like the peak, just to get a more optimal paint spread onto White Noise's side. And it's little optimized plays like that that can make such a huge difference in securing and maintaining map control. So really nice little bit of movement and quick decision making by Acer there, I thought. Penguin doing a really good job of whittling down their penalty here. White Noise having to pull out the crab tanks quite early just to have a chance to stop the zone. And it looks like Penguin might hold despite that special use. So this is huge. If Penguin can keep the numbers advantage here, and with picks like that they might, they've got Orion out as well, this could be a knockout.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, because Penguin definitely has the number advantage, and even though the missiles get in, they still get the KO.
Wow.
That was really insane. It was such a back and forth, especially with Penguin losing their zone and then getting it back right away, and then actually going down their penalty and just getting the KO right, just like that. That was so insane.
Aleph in the chat has just gone, bro, with like a million O's, and I understand. This tournament has been insane so far. I mean, White Noise, incredible, absolutely incredible run so far, and they are not done. They're just going down to losers. They have a chance to come up and go for a bracket reset. So Lumabrella, just to say, it's not a bracket reset quite yet. This was winners finals. We have some really intense losers run games to play, and whoever emerges on top from the losers bracket will have a chance for a rerun. So Penguin, incredible job.
Penguin on top of it.
Yeah. Not quite an upset in the sense that, I mean, rightly so, that this is a very, very genuine hype right now. I mean, Penguin, a very good Division X team, so it's a bit hard to call it an upset. Like, these are two teams of really high caliber, but given how well White Noise have been performing, it is not trivial to have taken them out like that. So Penguin should be very, very proud of themselves. They've had they came off a 3-2 with the Feds before facing White Noise, so, they've had some games that have pushed them to their limits, and we have a couple of very high caliber based on just how amazing the kind of entrants have been to this tournament. Very high caliber losers matches to go, just to see who's going to come out and threaten Penguin for the title. But this is something else. I can't believe that we've come into this and we're just straight away in these intense 5-game sets. It's amazing. It's such a privilege to be commentating.
Yeah, really. And actually, Chile, I actually told you, like, what was that voice crack right now? I'm sorry.
Voice crack is fun.
No, but really, I already expected that Penguin could really turn this around, because they are so freaking good at this game. They're insane. And I feel like if there's something who can beat White Noise, who has been really, really strong recently, then it's gotta be Penguin. Like, they really deserve to be Division X.
Absolutely. It's so lovely to see such a high turnout as well. 189 of you keeping us company right now, spectating this this action. We will need to take a short break. We'll just need to catch up with where we're up to in the losers bracket to see where we're going next. As I say, this is a stacked tournament. There has been just set after set of really impressive gameplay, and also, even though we've seen a lot of splash in the last couple of sets, there's been quite a diverse display of weapon usage. We've seen an L3D wreak havoc, for example, so it's not quite as stale as perhaps the Twitter rants might sometimes imply. So do bear with us, folks. We'll take a short break, and we will look forward to being back with you for some more chaos really, really soon.
versus Order. No, I'm sorry.
Splatoon Stronghold, a stronghold for competitive Splatoon, providing resources to long-timers and newcomers alike. If you're new to the competitive scene or still figuring out how to join, we have a getting started guide and plenty of other resources to help you in your journey. If you are a seasoned veteran, we still have plenty to offer. You can find and join tournaments as well as participate in our Captain Forum and find free agents and teams. Our mission is to make competitive Splatoon easily accessible to everyone. So what are you waiting for? Join the Splatoon Stronghold today!